On July 31st of last year, 23-year-old Tyresse Roundsky was shot and killed by an OPP police officer in this makeshift courtroom in the remote community of Wapekeka First Nation. According to the SIU, the OPP officer was inside the First Nations Youth Center, which was serving as a courtroom. Just after 11 a.m., Roundsky entered the courtroom while carrying a knife and approached the judge's table before walking towards the officer. An interaction ensued between Roundsky and the officer discharged his firearm 3 times, with one shot striking Roundsky in the chest. Roundsky was pronounced deceased on scene. The SIU found the officer's actions constituted reasonable force, adding, quote, "There is no doubt that the lives of the officer and the judge and the court staff seated with her were in peril at that moment, and that something needed to be done to immediately deter the complainant." The use by the officer of his firearm made sense in the circumstances. A resort to less lethal weaponry was less certain to immediately stop the threat and would have exposed the officer and those in his proximity to a greater risk of a knife attack. The SIU did note that there was evidence to suggest that the officer unnecessarily delayed giving first aid to Roundsky following the shooting, and the SIU would report the matter to the OPP Commissioner and the Law Enforcement Complaints Agency. Roundsky was the 3rd family member to die by a police shooting. Roundsky's cousin, 40-year-old Eric Nothing, was also shot and killed by an officer with the Anishinaabe-Aski Police Service in Deer Lake First Nation on July 22nd of last year. Eric Nothing's father, 57-year-old Bruce Frog, was also shot and killed by an OPP officer in Kenora of 2024. The officers involved in both of those previous shooting deaths were cleared of any criminal wrongdoing. Wapekeka First Nation is located about 450 kilometers northeast of Sioux Lookout.